Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a weekend reading vlog. It is currently Friday, March, I almost said October. Where am I? It is Friday, March 14th, and it is about 5:45. I just got done with work, and I decided to kind of do my intro right now, talk about the books that I'm currently reading so that it's not a repeat of how my reading vlog ended up going last week. That vlog did not end up seeing and will not end up seeing the light of day because it was so disjointed. Last week was a very odd week because Gracie hurt herself, and then we were trying to it completely kerfuffled all of our plans for the week. So my vlog ended up being very weird. So I scrapped that. But this week Gracie's feeling a lot better. Her leg is doing a lot better. She still might have torn her ACL. We don't really know. She has an appointment with the vet on Thursday, and I actually took the day off for Thursday so I can go to the vet with her and Brandon, because Brandon's going to take her there. And yeah, she may have, but she's not limping anymore. She's not in visible pain anymore. And that's really all I hope for, is that she's not in pain, because watching her in pain and hearing her yelp and whimper from her leg bothering her really hurt my heart so much. So I'm glad that that has kind of resolved a little bit, at least. So let's get into the books that I am reading this weekend. Okay, so I am currently still reading Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I'm actually really enjoying this book quite a bit. I have made it all the way to chapter 27. I actually think I'm a little bit further than chapter 27, but we'll just go for that for right now. So I'm over halfway through this book. And again, like I said, really enjoying it. I will say, however, I do kind of regret the form in which I'm reading this. I'm listening to this on audiobook as my main way of digesting this book. And I tend to not listen to even fantasy romance books on audiobook, because just with the nature of audiobooks and listening to words instead of physically reading words, you are easily distracted, especially if you're doing other things, which is the main reason why I chose to listen to the audiobook, because I think I was doing my hair and driving and doing other stuff, and I still wanted to be inside of the story because I was enjoying it so much. But with that comes the fact that you're not fully connected to, at least for me, I don't get as connected to characters. I don't get as connected to plot. I don't retain as much information when I listen to books on audio as opposed to physically reading. I also wanted to annotate this book, and I had started to, but me listening to it on audiobook, especially YouTube audiobook, which is not like a regular audiobook format, it's literally just a YouTube video, I don't have ways of notating certain things and being able to transfer those thoughts from that medium into this book. So I will say, and that's a me thing, has nothing to do with Callie Hart, has nothing to do with this book. I just really wish that I had decided to start to only physically read this book. But to the audiobook that I'm listening to their credit, the reason why I have not been physically reading this book is because the audiobook quality, the narration has been so good. If you if you've watched any of my previous videos where I have talked about audiobooks and my love-hate relationship with them, you would know that I am very picky and particular about narration and audiobook. In my eyes, a bad narrator can completely ruin an audiobook for me and make me not want to continue listening. And so when I started listening to this audiobook, it is two narrators, male narrator, female narrator, and specifically the female narrator does an amazing job, amazing. The dialogue delivery, ow, just hit my elbow on my water bottle. The dialogue delivery is amazing. She's very quippy, and she doesn't talk in the slowest voice ever. I still listen to it on 1.5 speed, but when I listen to it on 1.5 speed, it's at a very conversational speed. So when the quips are happening, it's very quick. And I think that that's why I ended up listening to this mostly on audiobook, because I really enjoy the narration. So I plan on finishing this book this weekend. because it's good, and also because I am behind. It is already the middle of March and I haven't finished a book yet, and in order for me to make my reading challenge of finishing 50 books this year, I've got to read, I think it's like 4.2 something books a month, and I'm slacking. So this is the book that I plan on finishing, and once I'm done with Quicksilver, I do plan on picking up One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is a reread for me. This is mostly a kind of like a character analysis and a relationship analysis. It's basically about how people change, how you could have been in love with someone and years pass where you haven't been around them, and they are a completely different person. And how do you deal with that when you still love that person, but you love the version of them that you used to know? You don't love the current version of them. That is kind of what this book is about, and I remember loving it so much. I really don't remember much of what happens in it, so I'm excited to reread this. So those are the books that I plan on reading this weekend. Now let's get into the actual plans of the weekend, because I have quite a few. So tomorrow I am getting my nails done in the early afternoon. I also plan on doing my hair. I did my hair last week, but I want to put a weave in. So I am going to put a weave in tomorrow, probably after my nail appointment, which is where that Quicksilver audiobook will come in quite handy. But tonight I have to wash my hair and prep it for the weave. And today, after I'm done filming this stuff, I am going to go to Ulta because I need glycolic acid and I need to re-up my cleanser, my facial cleanser. Filming this. So that's for today and tomorrow. Sunday, I have to go to my dad's house. And yeah, I think that that's pretty much it. So those are the plans for the weekend. So let's go, let's pack up, let's change, because I've got a hole in my pants. These are my I work from home, let's lounge pants. I've got bleach stains and a hole on the butt of these pants. So let's get changed, let's get packed up, and let's go to Ulta. Okay, so I just changed into clothes that, I mean, there's holes in my pants, but that's actually supposed to be there. My husband, I guess, is tagging along with me. He walked the dogs over to his parents' house, so he's not the dogs. He walked Gracie over to his parents' house, and then he took his parents' dog for a walk. So I am going to actually put a little bit of moisturizer on my face because my face is looking a little dry. And then I guess just wait for him to come home so that we can go. See, now this is what I hate about my husband wanting to like tag along with stuff. I think that it is so sweet that he likes to do this, but I'm like 100% ready now. I gotta wait. That's how it always happens. But I will wait. I will wait. Hey guys, so it is like 10 o'clock. I ended up going to a lot more places than I initially planned. So waited for my husband to get home, and then we went to Ulta, and then after Ulta we went to Home Depot to price some fencing out because we're gonna put up a fence hopefully this year, and then we ended up going out to dinner. So I just want to show you guys what I got from Ulta. I needed to re-up on glycolic acid, so I got the glycolic acid toner. Then I needed to re-up on my NYX brow glue. I got this. I get it in the darkest color. Then I kind of went rogue. I was going to get the e.l.f. lip oil, but I've been wearing that so much. I need something a little bit different. So I decided to get this Juvia's Place Volumizing Gloss Stick in the color Chocolate. It's very soft and it's very glossy and very sheer. And this color is like my lip color, but better. It's like the darker part of my lip color, but better. And then I ended up getting an eyeshadow palette, and I mostly got this palette for one color in particular. I got the ColourPop Sage the Day palette, and I got it specifically for the color Tree of Life, which is a very gold toned metallic green. It's the center color in the palette. I used to have an Urban Decay palette that had a very similar green to this in it, and that palette was so old. I got that palette when I was like a freshman in high school, and I just remembered that green, and there was a purple in that palette too that complemented my eye color a lot. So that's everything that I got from Ulta. So we left Ulta, then we went out to dinner. Then we went to Home Depot, then we went out to dinner, and now we're back home. I took a shower and I am ready for bed. I did not listen to any Quicksilver or anything like that, but I will do that in the morning. I will check in with you guys in the morning. So I just left the beauty supply store, got the stuff that I needed to do my hair, nails are done, cleaned my grandmother's house, got all that stuff done. So now I'm gonna head home, take my braids down, and then wash my hair and then start working on my hair. But I listened to Quicksilver on the way to my nails, and then also while I was getting my toes done. I think that I've listened to like 2 chapters or so. I'm going to continue to listen to it on my way home. So I should get another like 45 minutes of listening time. But yeah. Good morning. So it is Sunday morning at about, my hair puffed up at about like 9 or 10 a.m., something like that. And we are on our way to my dad's house because I am dog sitting for him. So I've got to go feed little Sasha, and we're going to hang out at his house probably for like an hour or two, just so that she's not spending most of the day, or she will be spending most of the day by herself, but so that she's not spending all day by herself. So we're gonna go do that, and then we might end up going out to a couple of places that are in between my house and my dad's house. So we'll see. But I did do my hair last night, and of course it rained today, as it always happens whenever I straighten my hair or do anything to my hair that requires it to not frizz up. It rains the next day. So yeah, I listened to most of Quicksilver yesterday. I am almost done with the book. I think I'm on chapter like 34, 35, something like that. And again, still really enjoying it. I'm at like a very contentious scene, I guess. It's like not the climate. Something has happened that pissed me off and pissed the main character off. And I just have a terrible feeling about how this book is going to end and where certain people are going to be at the end of this book, if that makes sense. So, but it's not like pissed in a bad way. It's pissed in a, oh my gosh, I hate that I have to wait for this next book to come out, because I think that this is the only book in a series that's currently out right now. But yeah, so me and my husband are going to do that. He is going to be my chauffeur today. I will check back in with you guys later. Okay, so I just got home. My husband just dropped me off because he's gonna go pick up Gracie from his parents' house. And while they're out doing that, and I think he's gonna take his parents' dog for a walk too. I am going to straighten the house quickly, but I'm also going to add layers into this hair. So I went to my dad's house, watched Sasha for a little bit. That's my dad's dog. And, well, not really watched, just hung out over there so that she wouldn't be by herself the whole day. Did that. Yeah, I needed to do something with this hair because it is not blending with my hair at the moment. So I really needed to cut some layers into this hair. But I am almost done with Quicksilver. I think I only have like an hour of listening left, which is really like 45 minutes because I'm listening to it on 1.5 times speed. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe like 45 minutes. Enjoying it still. I'm kind of getting to the part of the book where there's a lot of reveals happening, and we know like who the big bads are and what is going on with that. Because there was a secret that the male love interest was keeping. I guess you couldn't really say keeping because it wasn't really by choice. There's information on his past and stuff that he was not able to reveal, and that just got revealed. And yeah, so that is going on in the book. And so once I'm done with listening to Quicksilver, I'm going to find another audiobook to listen to today because I want to start editing this video. I want to start editing this video so that I can get this video up either today or tomorrow. So those are the plans and the goals. But I am going to continue to shape this hair. Like, I feel like this side is starting to look better. My hair never stood a chance today because it is wet and humid and rainy. So my leave out is puffy as all hell. I also did not put very much heat on it. So it is what it is. But I can definitely clean some stuff up to make it blend better so that, because I specifically got this type of hair so that my hair can revert and not look completely separate from the extension, because I mean, I'm natural. My hair is natural in its natural state a majority of the time. So I'm not going to, I don't want to have to like straighten my hair daily in order for it to blend into extensions, just because I want a different look for the time being. That's not worth it. So yeah. So yeah, I feel like that's starting to look pretty blended. I'm going to cut my hair just a tiny bit. I don't really mind cutting these face framing areas of my hair. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to do this and probably listen to the audiobook while I am doing this. And then, ooh, you guys, I'm really, see, the problem with cutting your hair like how I cut hair is that it looks good on one side, but let's recreate it on the other side, because I'm not doing this in any sort of like actual strategic method. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to continue listening to Quicksilver, and hopefully I'll be done with it by the time I'm done cleaning the house and cutting my hair. Ooh, I'm going to turn on my candles right now too, so that the house can smell a little bit better. And I'm opening some windows to move some air, because I walked in here and I was like, the air feels stale. Let's open up some windows and get this fresh air moving through, because it's nice out today. So yeah, I'm going to do all that. So I just literally like 5 minutes ago finished listening to Quicksilver, and I am giving this book like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So I'm going to round it up to a 5-star read on Goodreads. I really enjoyed this book quite a lot. I even liked the ending, which sometimes, well, actually oftentimes for fantasy, and in particular fantasy romance, the book will have me invested for like the first 90%, and then we get to the end and I'm like, what the hell are we doing? This book, I was down with the ending. The only thing that I'm pissed off about is what I talked about on Friday night, which is that I decided to listen to this book via audiobook, and I feel like I don't have as deep of an understanding of the world as I could have if I would have physically read that, but that's on me. That's not on the book. And then the other thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about, what was the other thing that I was disappointed about? Oh, is that the other books aren't out yet. This, only the first book in the series, I believe at least, is out yet. So I cannot get any resolution to anything that has happened. So those are my thoughts on that. So the next book that I want to get into is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm going to see if I can find an audiobook for that one, because I do have to edit this video. I really need to edit video clips tonight, because this week is going to be a very long week because I am dog sitting for my dad. So there's that. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is I wanted to show you guys the chocolates I got from that little shop at the Rust Belt. So the place was called Bon Bon, and when I tell you these chocolates are little works of art, I am not lying. Like, okay. So this is the packaging. I can't really tell if you guys can see it, but this is the packaging. Super duper cute. Like, look at how pretty. Okay guys, so it is 9 o'clock and I am going to just call it a night. I'm going to call this video done. Like I said, it's 9 o'clock. I didn't listen to any other audiobooks. I didn't get any other reading done because I really wanted to concentrate, like I said before, on editing the footage for this video. And I did that. I actually did a really good job. Pat myself on the back for it. I don't know why my voice sounds like this. It sounds like I have not spoken in 12 years. So I edited, like I had like over an hour worth of footage. I edited it down to about 30 minutes. You guys, I just talk and talk and talk. If I put together an unedited video, not even unedited, if I left half the shit that I talk about in these videos, let me tell you, I'd get a lot of comments because people would be telling me to shut the hell up and that nobody cares. Because I just am, and the funniest thing is at the moment, so like when I'm filming clips, I literally will refilm them like 3 or 4 times because I catch myself going on these like tangents. And then at the end, when I finally filmed the last one, I'm like, yeah, I was really concise on that one. That was good. And then I get to editing and I'm like, girl, you were talking about collecting chocolates and you were talking about you were going into so much detail about your day. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that much. Nobody cares that much. So, so yeah, I did do that. but I am going to call it a night. So I did finish Quicksilver, which was my ultimate goal for the weekend. And I think that One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid is going to be a book that I read next week, but I clearly need to get some rest because my voice is going through it right now. I'm giving very much vocal fry at the moment. So, yeah, good night. Bye. It's Wednesday right now, and I'm just now sitting down to film the outro for this weekend reading vlog. So let's just wrap up what we accomplished this weekend. So, non-reading wise, we did a lot of stuff. We got our nails done. We went to an artist's flea market. I dog sat. There was other stuff too. Can't remember what the other stuff. I cleaned. I made pizza. Did a lot of stuff. And I did have a really, really good weekend last weekend. I will say that this felt like a very non-reading heavy vlog, but it just kind of is what it is. I'm really enjoying making these vlogs that are shorter, like weekend vlogs and not ones that are challenges and stuff. And so I think I'm just going to lean into it because I like it. And if the weekend happens to be mostly like running around and doing random stuff, that's what I'll do. But we did finish a book. We did finish Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I think that I ended up officially giving this book a 4 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. Really appreciated this book, really enjoyed this book, had a great time listening to the audiobook. I feel like if I would have listened, I feel like if I would have read this physically, it would have gotten a higher star rating, but can't go in the past. And I'm not going to adjust my star rating based off of that assumption because I will never know if I would have enjoyed it more reading it physically because I did not do that. So it's going to stay a 4-star on my Goodreads. But I am off tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I definitely plan on filming some sort of content, maybe a reading vlog. I don't know. And I'm so happy about it because this week has been so crazy, which is why you guys are getting this outro on Wednesday instead of on Monday. Dog sitting for my dad has kind of thrown my week into a bit of a tizzy. I don't mind it, but like I've been on the move every single day, so I cannot wait for that day off tomorrow. But let me stop ranting about things that don't matter. Past Margeaux from the clip before would be disappointed. And so let me just end this video now. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. If not, thank you for watching until you stopped. And remember guys, do not sweat the small stuff. And also remember, if you think that you're not going to enjoy the book as much listening to it on audiobook, just pick up the book, tandem read. I should have tandem read. That's what I should have done. But anyway, have a great day. Bye.